up and get your joy up. Embrace this brand new day. Let light and love fill you up. Catch your morning cup of Jubilee. So much goodness waiting, so much overflow. All this anticipation. Morning cup of Jubilee. Faith, love, and joy, the equation. Feeding your soul, you're amazing. Daily you're celebrating. Morning cup of Jubilee.
Good morning. Have you ever been so focused on where you're trying to go that you forget to appreciate where you are? Lately, I have been reflecting on this question, and I've been thinking about the future, and I've been thinking about work, and I've been thinking about purpose, and y'all know I'm big on purpose, and I've been thinking about financial freedom and building wealth and legacy for my children and the life I envision for myself and for my family. And if I'm honest, I've also been a little hard on myself. When things feel uncertain, sometimes I try to trace the challenge back to a decision I made and wonder if I made the right choices, if I could have prevented it some kind of way. And right now there's things shifting in my life and I don't know what's happening next. I know who holds my future though, right? And it could change tomorrow, it could change next week. But today I'm living in uncertainty, And I recently went back to the studio after some time away. Instead of feeling energized, I felt rusty. Instead of celebrating my return, I found myself focusing on how far I still have to go. At the same time, I've been consistently showing up to Zumba. And one day I realized something funny. It was actually yesterday that everyone seems to be smiling and dancing, except for me. I'm dancing, but I ain't smiling. I'm concentrating so hard on getting the steps right that I barely smile. And that's when it hit me. How often do we do that in life? How often are we so focused on getting to the destination that we forget to enjoy the journey? And I'm guilty. And I be telling people to do this all the time. Embrace the journey. Embrace the journey. But Jubilee, are you embracing the journey even when things are uncertain, a little shaky? Okay. So how often are we so worried about what's next that we miss what's happening right now? And so today I want to talk about that. I want to talk about why we shouldn't miss the dance. Right after we come back from today's play of the day. And I forgot to share my screen, but don't y'all worry. It's going to be right here. All right, here we go.
When I remember what you've done, your justice and your mercy has won. You lift the humble, you bring me peace in every trouble. You fight for me, even when the world tries to shake me. You hold me steady. I will praise you with my whole heart. I will sing of who you are. God, you're faithful from the very start. I will praise you with my whole heart. You sit on the throne, forever strong, defending the weak when life goes wrong. You hear the cries of the broken soul. You never leave, you're in control. Even when the world tries to shake me, you hold me steady. I will praise you with my whole heart.
I hope that you enjoyed today's play of the day. That's a little station I found on YouTube called I think it's called, is it Neo Soul and Psalms? That's what it is, Psalms and Neo Soul. So like I said, I'm Jubilee. I help people heal, realign, and move forward with purpose. And now it's time for our sip of inspiration. So today's message is simple. Don't miss the dance. Life is not just about reaching the destination. It's about recognizing the growth and the lessons, the relationships and victories that happen along the way. And so here are 3 things to consider when life feels uncertain. Number 1, stop treating every challenge as evidence that you failed. Not every difficult situation and season is the result of a mistake. Sometimes you're not off track. Sometimes you're simply in transition. When we're uncomfortable, we often assume something is wrong. Guilty. But growth can feel uncomfortable. Waiting can feel uncomfortable. Change can feel uncomfortable. So instead of asking, what did I do wrong? Try asking, what am I learning in this season? That shift can change everything. Number 2, look for evidence of growth instead of perfection. Many of us overlook our progress because we're too focused on what's left to accomplish, how much more I still have to do, how much further I still have to go. I worried about my children finishing the school year, and they did. They finished and they did well. I returned to the studio. I've been showing up consistently for my health with my Zumba and clean eating and all the things. I've been building something meaningful through my consulting agency, Restart Ed. None of those things are perfect, but they are progress and they are evidence of growth. And sometimes we just need to pause long enough to acknowledge what's already growing in our lives. Celebrate the steps, not just the finish line. Number 3, don't postpone your joy until you arrive. Okay? Don't wait till you arrive to celebrate. Celebrate along the way. Too many people believe they'll finally be happy when they reach the next goal, when they get the promotion, when they find the relationship, when they launch the business, when they make more money, when they finally feel secure and complete and full and free. But life is happening right now, honey. So if we wait until everything is figured out before we allow ourselves to fully experience joy, we could spend years missing beautiful moments that are already unfolding around us. Enjoy the dance. Enjoy the dance while you're still learning the steps as you move through this week. Okay? I want to leave you with a question. What if more is going right than you're giving yourself credit for? Before you focus on what's missing, notice what's growing. Before you criticize yourself for where you aren't, acknowledge how far you've come. And before you rush toward the next destination, take a moment to appreciate where you are today. Because life is not only about arriving, it's also about learning to dance along the way. I thank you so much for tuning in to Morning Cup of Jubilee today. This is episode 62. Don't miss the dance. How to embrace the process when life feels uncertain. And if this message encouraged you, please subscribe to It's Jubilee TV. Share this episode with someone who needs this reminder and leave a comment below letting me know what growth are you celebrating in this season. Until next time, keep healing, keep growing, and keep moving forward with purpose. Love ya.